Good afternoon. It's good to be back here today. You hear my voice. Today 98, and we're closing in on 100, which is good because I'll take half a day off. So a few quick updates that I think are of importance. The interim superintendent of Providence was announced this morning. Dr. Javier Martinez will be served as the next Providence interim superintendent. News to most, and some of you have reported that earlier today. So Doctor has a wealth of experience and a deep understanding of the needs of the Providence public school community. He's been a member of the Providence community his entire life, going from very humble beginnings to a PhD and certification for administration. So I'm proud to welcome him as the interim superintendent and look forward to working with him to ensure the district moves in the right direction and for the best interest of all involved, with our students, our families, our teachers, people who work in the system, our administrators. And as we said this morning, we expect the doctor to serve in the position through the summer, and with the anticipation that we would have a full-time permanent superintendent in place before the school year starts, which I also indicated will be a public process that we will fill in the details in the next week or so, so that everybody understands how that process is going to work. On a more of a bittersweet note, we have Janet Coit, who is our DM director, has announced that she was stepping down as director of the Department of Environmental Management. Her last day will be June 18th. On a personal note, I've known the director not also as a mayor, as a lieutenant governor, now a governor, and she's done yeoman work in contributing into our state's not only our environmental issues, but also our park and our recreation areas. A strong advocate for that. So I'm pleased to announce as an interim there would be Terry Gray. Terry is the Deputy Director for Environmental Protection and will serve as the DM's interim director beginning on June 19th. So again, I want to thank Janet on behalf of the people of the state of Rhode Island for her strong service and her contributions that she's made as the director of DEM over the years. Point on the 401 Works program. As you know, we signed a bill that would update what's on unemployment legislation, calling it 401 Works. And the bill, just to give you kind of the data here, we're having some good success initially there. 445 people received partial benefit who wouldn't have previously been able to because they earned above their benefit rate. We had 590 people return to work since the May 23rd, as we were saying that there's a requirement to find work in order to collect the benefit, and are no longer collecting unemployment. And on a larger note, 4,546 people have received an increase in the amount of partial unemployment benefits they've received as a result of this law. Again, fitting one of our three goals there, which is maximizing family income, getting people back to work with the hours that our small businesses need in particular, and doing it safely. So a look ahead at the week. Before I hand it over to our Lieutenant Governor, I'll give a quick preview of 3 or 4 things that we're doing. Right after this, we'll be meeting with the Attorney General, along other general officers, legislators on the gun safety legislation that will be signed today. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll be at Tolman High School in Pawtucket to sign legislation which would require the state to develop statewide standards for consumer education in our high schools. That fiscal literacy strategy is going to be so important as we rebound in our economy and make sure everybody gets off the right foot, and part of that is in that planning process as a young person. And over the next few days, I expect to be at a few high school graduations, focusing on Providence. I was there last night at Classical. Tonight I will be at Central, and attended a small graduation today on a career development program in Providence. And then I'll cap it off on Friday, you know, giving a couple thumbs up to the Clippers up at Cumberland High School, which I have been involved with for too long. So that's going to be good to be at my alma mater. So with that, I'll turn it over to Lieutenant Governor, and I'll be happy to answer questions once the Lieutenant Governor gives her summation.
Thank you, Governor.
Yes.
Good afternoon. I have a few updates since we last met. It's been only a week since we met last time. Last week I was able to participate of the Pride celebrations at City Hall in Cranston. It was great to join Councilwoman Lamis Varga, who initiated the celebration in Cranston of the Pride, raising up the flag at Cranston City Hall. Last Friday we had a great event in Providence with the governor and also Senator Reid at White House. With the Crossroad, we were inauguration of 30 new affordable housing units in Providence. It was a great day. And then right after that, I went to Warwick to House of Hope to see a new model of some pallet housing, which is a pilot program that they are proposing to assist with the individuals that are in a chronic homelessness situation. We have seen the individuals living under the bridge or encampment. They have proposing a creative solution to help with those individuals that are more challenging, that maybe are not ready to be living on their own in that unit. We're going to have a lot of support services around them. Sunday, we were able to, with the governor also in Newport for the Day of Portugal. It was a great celebration. I was glad that we were able to join in there. So a lot of good friends there. It was really good.
It was the Town Club there. They had the band there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
Yeah, the governor made sure to introduce me to the band and to everyone, so I'm in good hands with them. Hopefully, one day I travel to Portugal also. Yesterday, we had a great event. We celebrated 50 Rhode Island high school seniors. That award was a beautiful event. It was a little hot because it's been so hot, and we had to do it outside. So I felt bad for them. They were sitting in the middle of the sun. But it was great to see all the students that persevered through a challenging year or year and a half. And still they were very dedicated to their schoolwork and show excellence. So I was telling the governor that's such a great program. So thank you for your leadership on maintaining that program, and I'm looking forward to making sure that it continues. The Small Business Town Hall, we just had one today, and we heard from the Secretary of Commerce, the Director of DDR, and also from the Director of the Department of Labor and Training, and of course Chris Parisi, who brings us first-hand information about what's going on with the small business community. For the next one, we're going to be, it's going to be on June 22nd, and we're going to be talking a lot about health and also how we can help a small business to be compliant with ADA and what resources we can help them. There is a market out there of people that want to come and patron their business, but they want to make sure that they are ADA compliant so they can get into the business. So looking ahead, as the governor said, we're going to have a press conference coming up in a little bit. There's going to be bill signing of the financial literacy coming up. We're going to be together also there. And looking forward to celebrating with the governor his first 100 days in office this week. This week also I'm going to be speaking at the graduation for the North Kingston High School graduation. I'll be there in North Kingston. And Friday I'm going to be speaking also at the graduation of the Rhode Island Training School. I'm excited that I'm going to be at the Gatsby Day Parade. We're doing that also on Saturday. I'm going to be going to Little Compton for the first Pride event celebration. And Sunday, we have a celebration of the Day of Italia. We're going to be celebrating on Sunday. And finally, the final event that we're going to be participating on the Flag Day. So that's what I have coming up.